Hello everyone, I am a Twin Flame coach. I'm certified through Twin Flames Universe and absolutely love helping people work through their blocks to union. And keep in mind, it's about healing your relationship with yourself, because your twin flame is you. And while it may look different on the outside, your twin flame is always going to be showing and reflecting to you your own blocks to love and to union with God. And so, all right, so I'm going to just choose a couple of cards. This card deck is Queen of the Moon, and I just love it. Okay, so this is going to be specifically for life purpose. We had two pop out, so we're going to use those. So I'm going to use, okay, so we got the release card and we got growth. And so it's really important on your journey to make sure that you're, giving the first thing that comes up with the release card is thinking about releasing attachment. And so you can choose your union, you can choose your life purpose, but ultimately, when you heal your relationship with God, with Source, with Universe, whatever you want to call it, you are naturally going to vibe into your perfect, your dream career, and your perfect life purpose, your soul design. Like, what were you designed to do? Why were you created? What was God's specific design for your life? And so sometimes we can, just like we could have a false twin flame, we could have, a false life purpose. And it's really safe to, give yourself whatever journey that you need to find the clarity in that. And just like a false twin flame, you don't have to stay attached to what your life purpose looks like. It's really about being non-attached and looking at, like, what is the most loving, supportive, what is like all green lights in your life. And by that, I mean, what feels good. Jeff and Shalia talk about this specifically in Life Purpose class, about following your passion. And sometimes we might follow our passion based on an old paradigm, based on something that served us years ago. And just because it served us for a time doesn't necessarily mean that we have to stay attached to that particular thing. Maybe the relationship shifts and change, just very much like your relationships with your family and some of your friends might also shift on the journey, because we're here to claim a higher love. We're here to say, hey, you've always treated me this way, and I'm not okay with that anymore, because you're treating yourself better and you happen to notice and get triggered by how others treat you. I remember specifically sharing with my family, I'm just a little more sensitive now. And I like being sensitive. I like knowing how I feel about things. It wasn't, it wasn't convenient for them. But anyway, so it's really about releasing attachment, because ultimately God is going to be calling you to your dream life. You don't have to stay attached to the relationship that you had with everything in your life. So, okay, that feels very complete. And look at this. Look at the butterflies. Butterflies represent the transformation that happened. So imagine if you just always followed your heart, and your heart is going to take you to the next best thing in your life purpose. So you don't have to, right? You don't have to get all the way to the moon right there. But look at all these things. She's getting clear and, following this path to that one divine destiny, right? In divine timing and divine order, where she rises all the way up with everything in the universe. So yeah, it's just beautiful. And look how free she looks, right? It's just beautiful. All right. And then underneath this card that popped out was the growth card. And this is interesting. She's holding time. We were just talking about divine timing, and so it's I think almost in the Twin Flames Universe community, we think about divine timing is not so much as like, okay, we're waiting for things to happen, but we're waiting, we're holding space for ourselves, for our union, for our twin, while we heal. Just holding space as divine order unlocks and unfolds everything that we desire. Jeff and Shalia also share in their book, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover, which I highly recommend that you purchase and just try it on for size, right? See if some of the things they share resonate with you. Anyway, great book. But they talk about divine order, and that divine timing is just, you have to watch out for that phrase, because otherwise you'll be waiting for your union forever. It's really about holding space for your twin flame to have their process in their life, to come to terms with what feels best, and the same thing for you. So it's about divine order, in that as you heal the blocks to love and having a beautiful, compassionate relationship with yourself and God, you're naturally going to align with your life purpose. So you don't have to hold on to it. I'm just getting this look. There's a nest at the bottom of this, and whatever you're holding on to, it looks like these roots. It's got these roots really surrounded. It's like somebody's whole world is wrapped around this earth. So what is it in your life that you're just holding on to for dear life? Can you get clarity on, maybe just tune into your heart for a moment. Can you get clarity on whatever this thing that you're holding on to, can you find within your consciousness, what is it giving you? What is it providing? Is it helping you provide self-acceptance, pleasure? What are the things that are wrapped around this part of the world, this whole world? Something seems like it's your whole world. What I'm getting, this could be finances, this could be a business, this could be maybe just your twin flame, and just holding on for dear life when they're not really respecting, you. So it's really about, it's really safe to release. I was looking up quotes just recently as I was volunteering, and one of them says, you cannot contest the truth. And because truth is unwaverable. You might have a belief system that doesn't align with truth. And the belief, truth may not feel true, right? But as soon as you heal your belief to align with the truth, then everything just comes together into union. That's what union is aligning your belief system with the truth of who you are. And so it's really safe to, align. Okay, what else we have? Okay, I'm gonna do, this is How to Love Yourself by Louise Hay. I love this deck. It's just so beautiful. What does she have to say? Okay, I'm feeling this one. Okay. I know and affirm that my body is a friendly place to live. Yeah. I had this dream the other day, and it was Shalia was in my dream, and she was sharing basically that, inside is where all the magic is. Inside your heart, inside, that's where love lives, is inside. When you love someone, you don't love someone on the outside. You feel it in your heart. And so that's why, even if your twin flame happens to be with a third party or something, the love they feel, it's misdirected. It's just, they're not quite clear. Or even if they are clear, there may be blocks in the way of that clarity. Or maybe you just triggered them not knowingly, right? And so it's safe to be a friend in your body. And something I'm noticing lately is that, like, as I'm aging, as I'm having, I've been having some health things come up, it's like, it's really important to recognize that our body is temporary, but we are eternal. And our eternal soul and our spirit is really the friendly place to live. It's not, we live in our body. And it's not eternal, but our soul and our spirit is. So you want to have this friendly place within yourself. And it's about getting clear and noticing, okay, well, when am I not friendly with myself? When am I maybe emotionally beating myself up? Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's a writing project and you're just pushing yourself through to do it and make it happen no matter what, but it doesn't feel friendly. It's kind of going against the current and going against the grain. Where is that happening in your life, and how does that feel? Because normally that's not going to feel so good if you're like swimming upstream, right? All right, I have respect for my body and I treat it well. I affirm positive things about my body and tell it I love it often. Yeah, so it's really important to love your body. I remember I've been doing a lot of inner work, and it affects everybody differently, but I have years of suppressed emotion. And so I just kind of suppressed it into my body. And so as I've been healing, my body's actually been reacting. It's been, my hips are out of alignment, and it wouldn't matter quite so much, but I teach a ton of ballet. And so because my hips are off, it affects my knees and my ankles and just my back. And it's just been really, really painful. And like there were times this spring I could barely walk, let alone teach dance, let alone dance and do the things I love. I could barely go shopping even for myself. So I just had to take shorter trips, and anyway, but just really respecting my body. But I remember getting to a point being like, you know what? It's okay if I never dance again. It's okay if I have to change my career. It's going to be okay. I'm going to love my body just wherever it is. And then, like, I don't know, a month later, I ended up getting just one massage on top of all the other care that I had. And I had a pain that was 24/7 that I released. I don't even know how long it had been there. And it was just vanished out of thin air in like one massage treatment. But of course, it was all the work that I was doing up until that point that actually helped that pain release. And so, but I had to get to a point where I had to release. I had to let go. I had to say, you know, it's okay. My good does not come from my body dancing. My good comes from God. It comes from Source. And I can and I will heal in due time, but I'm just going to let this go for now because it's too painful to just hold on to this, like, I got to get back to dancing. And I mean, I've been dancing close to 30 years and I just love it. So it's a big breakthrough for me. So just know that you absolutely, when you release, you're going to, that's a lot. Oftentimes that's when breakthrough happens. Okay, I'm going to do, this is my new favorite deck. This is one of Jeff and Shalia's favorite decks. It's the Osha Zen Tarot. And it's just beautiful. It's been so encouraging lately. I've been just doing readings in the morning sometimes and at night and just saying, okay, God, what do you want me to know? And it's been so reaffirming. It is a very new deck for me though. So postponement. Oh, okay. All right. So what I'm getting from this right away is that, look, you can see that like okay. This is separation consciousness right here. This is what we're trying to heal. This is what, everybody is trying to tell us in the spiritual world, is that everyone's, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's important to have a material life. We live in a capitalist society where we need money, we need things, we need shoes, and all of those things that actually help us feel safe. But this is when you're looking outside of yourself for love. See, it's her shirt. So she's thinking that her good comes from, money and her car and her home and like just, the things that actually we do need because they create safety, right? But it's thinking that the good comes from the outside, and then we can be happy on the inside. But the opposite is true. And this is why I think this is why like spiritual enlightenment is so challenging, because we're like looking for a twin flame for happiness. We're looking for community for happiness. We're looking for all of these things that are temporary and outside of us. Not that our twin flame is temporary. That's not true either. But it's important to realize that our happiness comes from the eternal. It comes from the divine itself. It comes from within us. And then as we open up to the love within us, the rest of this will all color and ignite our life. And so this is the truth. And then when you're going back to life purpose, it's very easy to think, oh, well, when my career is perfect, I'm going to be happy. When I know how to cook a great meal, I'm going to be happy. When I like all of these things. But the truth is, if you're not happy now, like having a lot of money it's going to solve money problems. It might make you feel safe in certain areas of your life, but it's not going to, solve the happiness problem, right? Because your happiness it comes directly from God and opening up to having a relationship with God. Or it could be source or universe. It doesn't have to be God. We don't have to attach to the word choice, but it's really essential that we realize that our happiness comes from inside of us. We don't have to be looking out of a window. What I'm also getting from this, I thought for a very long time that I was like on the sidelines of my union because I just had a lot to heal, and I've been healing a third-party situation. So I thought I was just like on the sidelines, but what I realized is I've been doing inner work for many, many years now, is I'm actually leading my union. I'm leading it. And so I'm not on the sidelines. So if you feel like you're on the sidelines of your union, it's really all about a choice of healing yourself, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with God, and healing that relationship. And as you heal that relationship, it will become clear. It will be revealed on what is misaligned in your union, what miscommunications are happening that caused you to separate. Because the truth is that you're not separate from your twin flame, and they know it as well. They know that. But healing the blocks is different. For a long time, I really thought just the love that we had for each other was enough to heal it. But that's not actually, it's not accurate. Because you have to align to God. You have to align with your like highest and best self, your most divine self. That's what heals your union. And so it's not the love. It's not that the love isn't enough. It is enough, but the love is what will help you get through the healing. Does that make sense? So the love is there to guide you into your healing, but it's not about saying, oh, I'm just going to wait till my twin flame is done with this third party, because they might get another third party. If you're still looking outside of yourself for love, right? You're still looking outside of yourself for love. The pattern is going to continue, because this is you and your twin flame at the same time. If you're looking out here at the window for validation, love, fulfillment, guess what? they're on the other side doing the same thing, right? And they're not looking to you because you're you. And so you're both like, it's almost like you're looking in opposite directions, you know? And so, yeah, and so it's not that the love isn't real. It is. It's absolutely real. That's the only thing that is real. But it's about going and doing the healing work. So, couple of, that feels super complete. So, couple things you want to work on is looking at respecting your body, loving yourself from the inside out, because that's all we have. Having a friendly place to live. Make peace with your body. Make peace with who you are. Like for instance, I always love like really sharp. I love women with like very sharp lines. They just like photograph beautifully and whatever. But you know, my I have very soft features, and it actually serves me beautifully because I have a very soft heart, a very like, and I mean, my features actually represent me perfectly. So you can look, okay, well, how does your body, how does your soul design represent you perfectly? You know, I mean, I've always been very flexible because I've always loved gymnastics and dance. And so like that was an intentional choice, that I had a body that was flexible and strong. And so, but your soul design is maybe different. Okay. Growth. So yeah, this is all about letting go, not letting go of your twin or union, but trusting that it's already yours, right? Jeff and Shalia talk about how your union is already, the divine masculine doesn't come home because he's already home. He's just waiting for the healing. He's waiting for the release and the growth to happen so that you can have a peaceful life together. Because Jeff also talks about how that, men choose peace. And so you want to get to a peaceful place within your union and just choose peace and then go on and heal your union. So a couple things you could do to begin this healing process of in your life and in your union is you can head over to Twin Flames Universe and .com and get their free introductory course. It's a powerful 8-week series, messages that is absolutely brilliant. It shouldn't be free, but it is. It's incredible. And then from there, you also can get a half off coupon to work with any coach that you like in Twin Flames Universe. I also, on my website, unitewiththedivine.com, I have a lovely meditation that's designed to help you in your oneness with your union. So I suggest heading over to unitewiththedivine.com and getting that for yourself. And then just, if I've got some group coaching slots, I've got some personal coaching slots as well. And definitely want to help you feel loved, right? This is the block to union, is feeling loved. Where do you not feel loved in your life? And it's about healing all of those facets, remembering that you're a diamond. We're all a diamond. Everybody is a diamond. Everybody is a twin flame. And you just want to love each facet of your life. And as you do that, you're going to heal your union because you're healing your relationship with yourself. And so it's just a proven method. It's like love heals everything. And I'd love to be a guide for you and help you do that because love is real and you absolutely deserve it. So with that, I wish you a wonderful week ahead. I'll be in touch again soon. And thank you so much for joining me today.